Sorry for my hand being in the way there. It looks like I have gone live before I could get my title in. All right. So greetings as you come in or when you come in. As y'all know, I do my videos live for right now since I've been on YouTube because I don't do any editing. Y'all, I am loving how my hair turned out. My shampoo day was yesterday. And I, of course, shampooed and conditioned. I used Design Essentials Oat Henna shampoo for my first wash, and then for the rest of my washes, I did the Care hydrating shampoo. Okay. Then I deep conditioned with steam this time. Most of the time I sent under my dryer, but I deep conditioned with steam this time, and I used the Care Humecto conditioner. Then I used Olaplex 6 Bond Smooth Leave-In for the cream leave-in. And then for the liquid leave-in and heat protect, I used Design Essentials Bamboo Silk HCO leave-in and blow dried my hair. And then I put in a little Olaplex 7 oil, bond oil, and then flat iron my hair using my GHD Chronos flat iron, which is it only has one temp, and that's 365. That's supposed to be optimal temperature. But anyway, I didn't get to put my title in. I put in the word let's, and then apparently I hit live. But I'll change it later. But anyway, I'm happy with my hair day. So I'll roll it up tonight because I want to keep a little bit of curl and I don't want to put any more heat on my hair. But what I'm doing while I'm sitting here is I want to talk about something with you guys. But while I'm talking to you or talking with you about the subject, which again, I didn't get to type fully in before I hit go live. I'll fix that in a minute. But I'll be using some alcohol and wiping down my makeup that has been in my makeup bag. I went out of town last weekend and had all of my makeup in my makeup bag and my sharpener. I have a MAC sharpener where you sharpen your lip liners and eyeliners and stuff. Honey, it came apart and all the little sheddings got in my makeup bag and just got all over my makeup, and I don't like that. See, here's one of my not sunscreens, but face primers, and it's got makeup all over it. I don't like that. So I'll be cleaning that off while I'm talking to you. What I want to talk to you briefly about is the spirit of jealousy and envy and how that does fall under, let's see, how do I want to say that? The spirit of jealousy and envy is a dangerous spirit. I've talked about that before. A dangerous spirit is one that is not funny, it's not cute. It is a dangerous spirit, and it is one that has under it the spirit of murder. Okay? So if you find out or feel like if you have intuition or whatever, and you find out somebody is jealous of you, pay attention to that. I didn't say call it out. I didn't say bust somebody out about it or whatever. I'm just saying watch and pay attention. And pay attention to your intuition when you're dealing with those type of people. And if you have to, because if you don't have to, don't deal with them. Because somebody that envies you, that doesn't that either wants what you have, wants to be you, or even if they have more than you. Here's the thing. That's an odd spirit. I've been wanting to talk about this. Jealousy and envy is an odd spirit, and it operates differently. There are people, let me go ahead and say this and get it out of the way. There are people that want you to be jealous of them. Hello, as you come in. And they get something from thinking people are jealous of them, or a certain person is jealous of them, and when they may or may not be. I have been, for example, I have been accused over the years, and I've been on earth for, but let me get another paper towel, y'all. I've been on earth for over 5 decades now. And I have had somebody specifically for at least 3.5 or 4 of those decades swear that I have a problem with them, and I never did. Now I do. And when I came to that conclusion, but it's not for reasons they wanted it to be. Okay? I do now, and that's because of some things that I found out that the person was doing against me. Now I don't like the person, but see, here's the thing about it. I told them I don't like them and don't have any use for them. Okay? See how easy that is? You have some people on the earth that are not playing games, that are doing their work. I need to wear these lipsticks. I've been wearing nude lipsticks. I have on a red right now, a red lipstick. It's the MAC Ruby Woo. Turkey? Are you from Turkey? Yes, my name is Yvette. That's my middle name. But yeah, I've got on this Ruby Roo red lipstick, and I've got some more red lipsticks. I think I got the Dior 999, but I'm just cleaning them off because they got muddled in my makeup bag. But yeah, the spirit of jealousy, there are people that want you to be jealous of them. And if you are not, that bothers them. Okay, there is a reason. There's an ancient Egyptian saying that says, know thyself. Did you know if you are learning yourself, which is an ongoing thing, lifetimes, or if you don't believe in lifetimes, just say a lifetime. When you are getting to know yourself and are focused on what's important to you, what matters to you, did you know you don't really have time to be worried about what the next person is doing? Did you know that? Glad I could help. But you have people that don't know themselves because they've not invested any time in getting to know themselves. Why? Because they're too busy hating you and getting tarot readings on you and divining on you and wanting to know what you're doing. I am from the United States. I'm what they call African American. I'm them people. I'm them people. Okay? Love to everyone. Okay? I'm not putting anybody down, but I'm them people. All right? Yeah, but did you know that if you are busy focused on yourself, getting to know yourself, your likes and your dislikes, you don't have time to be worried about what somebody else is doing. People who are constantly getting readings on you trying to divine on you, trying to pay people to come against you, wanting your life to end, wanting to switch destinies and all this crap, uh, and all of this. They're not investing enough time in themselves. People who hate and are full of envy, um, something you can't live without, oxygen. And I'm not trying to be smart or ugly or anything. Oxygen. Um, I'll get back to my subject, but I do want to. I am in the dirty South, born and raised. Shout out to Turkey, if that's talking about the country of Turkey. Um, yeah, what part of the country? I'm from the dirty South. I'm in Tennessee, Tennessee, born and raised. Uh, as far as something that I couldn't live without, because my path, and I don't say this lightly, because there are things that, that could happen in life, you know, that would hurt. Okay. However, my path has shaped me, I'll say, to the point where I can hold on to things and claim things that are in my possession, but I can also let them go. That's my path has kind of forced that. So, as far as me having something that I just cannot live without, I've had to let too much go to to say that there's something I can't live without. I didn't come here with anything. Won't be taking anything when I leave, other than what my spirit has and soul has gained. So oxygen. I'm not trying to be deep or anything like that. That just is what it is. Okay, so there are people who operate in a jealous spirit, and they don't have to. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. But if I'm too focused on your purpose and I and don't know what mine is, first of all, find out what your purpose is. People don't like you for your personality. If you're more outgoing than them, uh, if people ask about you, if they hadn't seen you in a while and they see a family member and they hadn't seen you in a while, if they ask about you, there are people that have a problem with that. People are weird, okay? And they seem to be getting weirder by the day. All right? Focus. I'm not saying be selfish, but everything starts with you first. If you're not taking care of you, if you don't know, then you don't have the energy or what you need to help somebody else if you chose to do that. Even when it comes to your children, when they're small, yes, when they're babies and they can't do anything for themselves, you have to put them first, okay? But as they grow and think, you still have to take care of yourself in order to be able to take care of them. And this thing that religion has, a certain religion has, about denying yourself and putting yourself on taking up your cross. I do believe that everybody has a process to go through where you learn lessons. But as far as denying yourself, if that's a fallacy. If a person doesn't take care of themselves and love themselves, they can't truly love anybody else. And anybody who it says differently is disingenuous, disingenuous, uh, lying, or they've been programmed by said religion and don't know any better. It's some stuff I'm tired of hearing, and tired of watching people fall prey to some of these doctrines and then wonder why they end up in certain situations. You have to take care of yourself. And there's some people that don't like you taking care of yourself, which includes you growing mentally, growing physically, growing emotionally. People don't like for you to evolve. And everybody is supposed to be evolving and becoming a better version of themselves. But people who are stagnant, and they could be in a religion, they could be devout in a religion, they could be leaders in a religion and still be stagnant. Okay? And not doing their work. It shows. This is what I like about time. Time tells the story. Okay? When a person is not doing their work, their inner work, Christianity would call it taking up their cross, like Jesus took up his cross for those in Christianity. Because there's a song that says, must Jesus bear the cross alone and all the world go free? No, there's a cross for everyone and there's a cross for me. It's called doing the inner work. People that are not in religion and just into spirituality, they call it dark night of the soul. It's when you have to turn inward and say, who am I really? Why do I respond to things the way that I do? Why did what old girl say it trigger me? Why does old girl trigger me? Why does this dude trigger me? And there comes a time when time is showing whether or not a person is working on themselves and actually doing the work, or are they just going through motions? And people will get mad at you, say that you've changed, they don't like how you are now, and all this old stuff. Because you have boundaries now, whereas one time you were in an unwalled city and they could just storm in and out, press buttons and make you angry, all this old crap. And now they can't find a button to push. What they need to do is work on themselves. But for a lot of people, it's easier to focus on somebody else in hatred, envy, jealousy, all of those things, than look inward. Why? Because a lot of people have trauma they have not dealt with. Trauma they may not even remember. I'm talking from experiences, okay? And from counseling, going into counseling myself. But that spirit, watch the spirit of jealousy and envy. It is not anything to take lightly. It is not cute. I don't care who it is coming from. Friends, a lot of times we think in terms of friends. There are family members sometimes, and more often than not, that would really there are some family members that would like to see you dead. They can sit up and daydream about hearing about you passing. Little do they know, or maybe they do, and that's one of the reasons why they're trying to swap destinies. Okay? I'm weaving some of my story in with the truth that I'm saying to you. But little do they know, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to let that play out. Um, yeah. Watch the spirit of jealousy. Rudest talking animal, a human, are supposed to be human. Okay. That's really all I wanted to say. I've wiped down my makeup. I have had a day, okay, a full day, and I'm ready to wind it down. I just got home not too long ago. So I ordered my groceries. They're all put up. Went to the chiropractor today, had a counseling session yesterday, and all of this is forms of self care. Honey, I love a good counseling session. Okay. Run tell that. I love a good counseling session from a qualified counselor. Okay. And then went to the chiropractor today. Went to Ulta and picked up a few things I needed. I went to Sally's and picked up a few things I needed. Um, and it's such a pretty day here in Tennessee, and it's actually kind of cool. It's not even 70 degrees. And I'm a native, so I'm used to it. But they say in Tennessee, if you don't like the weather, stay another 5 minutes, it will change. Okay. So, but it's not even 70 degrees today, and it's kind of cool. But I enjoyed being out, the sun is shining. So after I left Sally's and Ulta, I was like, I think I'm just going to drive on into Nashville and see what I can see. So I ended up going to a vegan spot in Nashville, and I ate half of my bean and rice wrap for lunch, so I'm going to have the other half for dinner. Uh, and I always like doing that because when I go to my vegan spot, it looks better. The calorie count looks better in my app, my calorie app. So I like that. And so after I went to the vegan spot, I just kind of slow strolled home, took the long way home. I took the interstate to get to the vegan spot. And then once I do that, then I just kind of what I call slow stroll home, where I just take the back roads and stuff and just see what's new being built, or I may park somewhere and take a few bites of my sandwich, or and all of that is my kind of fun. Not that I don't do other things, because I did go out of town the other weekend or whatever. I mean, I do stuff. I may not mention everything I do, but I do stuff. But yeah, you know, those things are fun to me. If you followed me around, you might be bored depending on how you live your life, but I like it. I like my life. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, watch the spirit of jealousy, and watch people who hold that spirit. There is no reason for any one person to be jealous of another person. We all have purpose, and we just need to be focused on staying in our lane. Let's talk later, okay? Mwah. Love y'all. Did I finish?